Depending on who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From YO to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lame. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain.
Yo, what it do, y'all? This is your boy J Hood, and you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series, man. You know what I need you to do, though. Make sure you go stream or download my brand new project entitled S.E.L.F, and go snatch that Pesci trilogy up while you at it. Part 1, 2, and 3. Run them numbers up for your boy. It's available on all digital streaming platforms right now. You heard? Appreciate you. So check it. Today we're going to speak about something that I've been getting a lot of requests for quite some time. A lot of people been hitting me in the YouTube comments, hitting me on the Instagram comments, hitting me on the DM, asking me about it. And so I'm just going to talk about it today. And what I'm speaking about is battling with Cassidy. All right? Yeah, the hustler. You know what I mean? All right, so check it. So for those that don't know, before we started DBlock, I was actually supposed to get signed to Ruff Ryders, right? So I used to be down there a lot, like real often. I mean, like a couple times out the week. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking with the big homie D, fucking with Y. You know, I was really fucking with my dude Mel that was there, my dude Tiny. You know what I mean? Killer Kyle was there too and shit like that. So I used to just be up in there and they used to be like grooming me and shit, you know what I mean? On some sharpening my skills type shit. Like, because this is what happened. Everybody used to come to the Ruff Ryders studio. They used to call it the dungeon. Like people from all over, like people from Baltimore, people from Florida, people from Cali, people from Louisiana, people from North Carolina. Like wherever they had like real spitters at, they used to come to the dungeon to get it in. Now at this time I was in a group. It was a 3-man group, right? I mean, it didn't last real long, but we ended up replacing one member with another member, and that didn't last too long either. So, you know, it was really only 2 of us for the remaining, you know, time of that, and us 2 used to like go to the Ruff Ryders studio regularly, you know what I mean, and get it in and shit. But when we used to go there and battle dudes, I used to be the one who always had the most rhymes out of us too. Like when it was all said and done and motherfuckers was going back and forth, like, you know, spending 10 to 15 verses a piece and all that shit, I used to be the one who tank was never empty. You know what I mean? I always had like infinite bars and shit like that. So upon battling the dudes that I was battling and shit, of course Cassidy was in a group at that time also. He was, I forgot the name of that group. I think it was Lost Me. Okay, so he was in the group members was, I think, Shiz Lansky, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and Akbar. So it was those 3. Now, what used to go down is they never like placed us to battle each other one-on-one. It used to just be like 7 people in the cypher type shit, and everybody just used to spit. And whoever, you know, like I said, whoever had the most rhymes and who lasted the longest is the person who stood against the other person who had the, you know, the most bars and the most rhymes and shit like that. So, you know, Shiz was dope. Akbar was dope. And we used to all just go at it and shit, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times it used to just be me and Cass, who was the last man standing, right? Now, I know what you're thinking right now, right? Cass always running around, yo, I'm 5,003 and 0 and all this other shit, and 5,002 and 0, whatever he be saying. I ain't taking nothing from him. That shit sound hot. That shit sound good, and it sounds like something to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, for his fans to run with and shit like that now. Hey, whatever, man. But, like I said, that shit sound cool. So, he might not tell you this, or he might not speak on this because it might go against what his record says and all this type of shit, but if I could recall, one time on some interview, he said something like it was only one person that ever gave him, like, real competition. Now, if you ask me, I would say that he's speaking about me because in these ciphers that we used to have, like, I'm not going to say I ate him or he used to eat me, but it was never no him eating me type shit going on when we, like, were the last people standing in those ciphers. You feel me? Like, it used to be like, yo, he might have said a slick line or a few more slicker lines than me one of the times, or I might have said some slicker shit than him, but it was never no like, yo, I gave him the business or he gave me the business type of shit. We used to just be going at it though, like on some shit. You feel me? Like he always been slick with the balls and I was always slick with the balls. He was like a year older than me or some shit like that. But we used to just go at it, man. You know, it might not be what you want to hear. I know y'all probably want to hear like, yo, I used to fucking thrash him. Or I used to do this and that. Or he used to do this and that. It was never like nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it used to always like be a group of people and whoever lasted the longest was who, you know, stood toe to toe in the dungeon, man. And it was me and him, you know. But those was fun times. You feel what I'm saying? Like those was real fun and dope times. We used to always have like this thing where he knew I spit that shit and I knew he spit that shit. So every time that we seen each other in the studio, we always used to know it's gonna come down to us too. You feel me? Like it was always like that. Even down to the tracks we used to get on with each other when I later formed DBlock with these guys, and S.E.L.F put me on the Ruff Ryder All-Star track and another track on the Ruff Ryder compilation, and then he got with Swiss and all that other type of shit. I'll get into that on another episode, but as far as us battling, like I said, the end result of that was, like I said, I won't say that I ate him or he ate me. It just used to always be like a dope ass back and forth in a dope ass competition. You know what I mean? Sometimes he might get the best of me. Sometimes I might get the best of him. And sometimes it might just have been even. You feel what I'm saying? But we always used to spit that shit at each other. That's what I will say. So, like I said, that 5003 and all that type of shit, I don't know about that. I can't really say. But what I can say is when I'm speaking is facts. And the big homie D will back this up. Big homie Y will back this up. Mel will back this up. Rest in peace, Ice Pick J. He used to be there too. Killer Kai and my homie Tiny. So, hey, Kanye shrugs. You ain't gotta believe me. You can believe what you want. You know, he accumulated a lot of fans over the years from being able to drop multiple albums and shit like that. So I'm pretty sure his fans not gonna want to hear that, and they're gonna beg to differ. But yeah, it is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed this story. Until next time, you know what it is, man. Salute. Tales from the Hood, man. Hope you have a productive day.